G'day, this is Simon from the Bracketeer at South OC Cars and Coffee. Sun's shining, great turnout of cars, a couple of special ones as well. Tom Shaughnessy's brought along an amazing car with race history and actual championship under its belt. And there's also a beautiful old Ferrari that showed up as well. Let's swing the camera around and take a look. Okay, so we have my Camaro, then we have James's sitting here. This is the car I was talking about that Tom has brought along. I think we're going to be hard pressed to find another car, the car of the week, that's going to trump this thing. This thing is absolutely amazing. I don't want to spend too much time on it now because I want to come back and go over the car in detail, but Tom was actually emailed me or texting me through the week saying, hey, I've got this car I want to bring. It's not domestic, it's got race history, it's actually a championship car. He wouldn't say what it was. It literally got through customs day before yesterday, and he actually only got it going this morning. So great to have it here. We love Tom's support. He's brought so many amazing cars. And then we have Tony's 650 Le Mans, Jay's beautiful Ford GT. Coming up to it, we have a couple of Ferrari 458 Italias. Really good to show. People think Ferrari red is Ferrari red. They don't understand that Ferrari actually has different colours of red. So we actually have through here two 458 Italias in the two different red colours. You can see this one in the middle is a lot more orange over here than the one that's sitting here. And then we go along here and we're back to sort of that more traditional colour. This is a really interesting car as well. Tony was just saying to me that this is one of about 500 built. V12, sorry, front engine obviously, very nice car. David's beautiful car. And then we have a really nice Lamborghini sitting here next to a 488 in that really interesting cream colour, looks good. And then another 458 Italia, this one in yellow. Now this is also a beautiful looking car. This is a contender for car of the week as well. This is just all original, just really classic looking thing. Tony was saying apparently this particular car was made popular by the fact that this was what Enzo Ferrari had as his, this model car as his personal driving car. And of all the Ferraris, he said this was his favourite one to drive at the time. So amazing, isn't it, that we get cars of this sort of calibre coming through here. It's just really lovely, isn't it? The lines are beautiful. Next to it, another 458 Italia. And then we have this very cool Porsche here. This thing actually for sale. Look at the wide body work that's been done to it. And then into the back of this thing, the size of the intercooler, one of 800 on the license plate, which is kind of cool. I don't recall the horsepower. Let's see if it shows it on the sheet. I know it's pretty incredible, but it's an amazing car running a Garrett turbo. Next to it, this Porsche Pre-A, which we've had here before as car of the week. This thing is a really classic looking car. The owner is standing with us right here, and you were brought home from hospital in this very car, weren't you?
That's the story.
Born and then put into this car. This was his father's car, and from memory, originally it was a cream colour. When it was only a year or two old, it actually had an engine failure and a fire. And so Porsche sent a new model, new engine to put in it. So the engine's actually a couple of years newer than the car. And then it also got repainted into this particular colour because the fire damage on the paint, fire damaged the paint, should I say. But go back to our cars of the week if you want to see more of this particular car. I love this. This is just also original. So people think it's a 356. It is not a 356. It's called a Pre-A, correct? In 1952. 52. Yep, there we go. So very cool. Next to it, another really nice Ferrari. Just love seeing the lineup of Ferraris back there. And really pretty Lamborghini, and then a Maserati, and then another Lamborghini. And then moving up through here, we have a Bentley by the look of things, sitting there with its hood up. These things, you know, the engines haven't changed in these for years. Massive amounts of torque. 6.5 or 6.75 litre. And they were 645 foot-pounds of torque at 3250 RPM, it says. Next to a really nice looking Ford. This thing very clean. This came in sounding really tough. Really nice looking car. Got a couple of, it's got auto meter tack and shift light up on it. Viper. Next to another car that's a previous car of the week winner. This beautiful Roadrunner Superbird. Love this car. Just classic Mopar muscle. Make sure to go back and check out that on our previous cars of the week as well. Volkswagen, a Gen 6 Camaro, beautiful old Mercedes, Porsche, Corvette, Mustang, another Corvette, another Gen 6 Camaro over there, and then a couple of little Volkswagen Beetles next to another Volkswagen, this time a bus, another Corvette. Bit of angle parking going on there. One of our regulars up here in this great looking GTO, cool looking old Ford truck. Mercury, another great looking Ford truck, another regular. Porsche, little 356 Porsche. Belvedere sitting here. Another Viper. Mustang. Last week's car of the week, this crazy looking Scout, 74 Scout. Two really great looking thing. Very, very cool. Once again, go back and check this thing out. Got the original motor in it, but obviously a lot of work being done to it as well. Not an original nut and bolt in it though. Cute little MGA. Next to it, a GT350 Mustang. Ford, another Mustang GT, another GT350. Another Mustang. Another one here. Another one here. GT350. And then another one, and then we get to Robert's new car. I might have shown this, I don't know if I showed this last week because I think he'd left. This is running the brand new Whipple supercharger. Whipple are working with Ford. They've developed this really great kit for this. This was done by Lebanon Ford, but the particular kit that Whipple are doing, really well set up. This particular car, Robert's spec with these really beautiful Recaros, in that red that really hug your body. They're amazing. Really impressive build. This thing's got they changed the oil pump, they changed the half shafts. It's a really nicely done car. It's got magnetic ride. Another little Porsche. Really pretty looking Chevy truck over here. I love the colour of this thing. Just looks really good. So, isn't that great? Just love that colour. Thunderbird, Cobra replica, Mustang, another Mustang, another Mustang. Great looking, very original looking Nova sitting there. Another Mustang here. Corvette, a little Opel, Jaguar, and then Fiat. Another Cobra replica there. GTO, AMG, MG. We've got a row of Evos leaving us now. Nice to have them along. Big block 427 in this beautiful Corvette. Really lovely. I love how original this all looks. Just such a great looking setup in this car. Love it. And then I take my hat off in respect for Mr. Burt Reynolds, who left this planet not that long ago. There's a Smokey and the Bandit car if you ever have seen one. I think looking at this, it's a 79, I believe, with that front end in it. But very cool looking car. Volkswagen Beetle. And then we've got the Baja crew. These guys, some regular cool looking Baja trucks. Very cool. Old Jeep, good condition. A little Volkswagen buggy there. 32 coupe. This is really cool, running a small block in that. One of our regulars. Chevy, Ford delivery. That's Dan's. 55. A 930 turbo, a couple of NSXs, Corvette, cool looking old Ranchero there, and then over here we've got a 65 Buick Riviera, S2000 Plymouth, Porsche, Miata, little Toyota there, Corvette, little Speedster, Porsche looks great, little old Chevy too, I think that is 69 Camaro. Original old Targa. This is a great looking old car. I'm a fan of the Targas. I know a lot of people prefer the lines of the standard Porsches, but good morning. I really love, because I love retro cars, the Targa really appeals to me, the new one. Another Evo R35 M3, and then some Corvettes sitting through here. C6, C7, C7, another C7. Good morning. And then C5. Look at this, isn't that great? 427 in that one too. Another C7. This is cool, isn't it? Look how original this thing is. Look under the hood. Thunderbird. What a great looking engine. So cool. Another old Ford I nearly said El Camino. I apologise to all those Ford fans out there. Ranchero. Another old Falcon, another one. All the regulars. Another one here, and a Mustang, and a regular crew. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. And cool looking Chevy there running a big block E-type Jag. I think it's an old Cadillac. Ford. This is a great looking Corvette. Check this out. This is beautiful. Love the lines on this thing, and those twin carbs on it. Of course, they had injection as an option sort of in this era as well, but I think if you're going to maintain it and keep it running well, I think carbs are probably a safer bet unless you really know what you're doing. Or perhaps I'm just saying I don't know what I'm doing with old mechanical injection. Great looking Impala. Love this. This is really, really good. Early 60s, I'm guessing sort of 62, looking at that. Moving right along, a really cool looking old Porsche here. Another Targa, love it. GTO. Cobra replica. E-type Jag. Beautiful little TR3 Triumph. Mustang. Another Mustang, same colour as Robert's. Looks good. Cool looking old Ford truck. A really nice looking Corvette. I'm guessing 64, I could be wrong. But 63 with a split window. Nissan Pontiac running that inline 6. Some more Corvettes again. A lot of Corvettes out this morning, that's cool. Firebird 350, but not true to label. Look at that LS implant. So guessing it's probably an LS2, just looking at that. Couple of the GNXs, look at that. So this is running that turbo engine. They actually this is one of their regulars. Thing sounds so tough. Chevelle, it's another Buick, that turbo motor. Not going to be able to hear a thing on the camera with that going, I'm sure. It's a great sounding thing though. Supra, Lexus, Porsche, the Scat Pack and that Charger, WRX, Hellcat, supercharged Hemi in that thing. And then over here we've got a Z28, of course, running that small block 302. Although this, no, this has got a 350 in it, so obviously not the original motor by the look, because originally the Z28 had a 302 in it. So, but it's got all the information there, so that's interesting. No, it says engine 350, so I don't know whether that's the original engine. I was always of the assumption that the Z28s had a 302. Someone might be able to correct me with that. Another 350 small block in this. Another Mustang, this one with a 289 in it. And then another Mustang here. Little Tiger here, Sunbeam Tiger. Of course, that British car with a Ford V8 shoehorned under the hood. A bit like the old Cobra philosophy. Great looking old truck. Another NSX. Nice looking Mercedes AMG station wagon. I'm a bit of a fan of station wagons. I think they can look cool. It's kind of sad that they seem to be going away. Another Corvette over there. Over this side, AMG, another one over here. Ram. And then we've got a Challenger M4. Little British Mini with that very cool looking Union Jack on the roof. I confess my first car was a Mini. But I'm also not ashamed to say that my dad actually swapped 4 sheep from his farm, lambs actually, for the Mini. And when I got it, I kind of regretted it. It was my first car. I was 16 at the time, but I kind of wish I didn't have it, to be honest. The guy who owned it before had been moving goats around in the back of it. That's right, goats. And you can only imagine the smell that I had to clean up. Okay, a Challenger, another more Mopar muscle. Another, once again, raise the hat for the late and great Burt Reynolds, smoking the Bandit car. Beautiful old 78 or 79 Firebird. Royal Mustangs. Looking good. I'm a fan of this orange. It's just very cool. And then this particular Beetle that is anything but standard, running a 427. Yep, that's right, 427. Beautiful Alfa Romeo, Mercedes convertible, and then a really nice looking Nissan.
Guys, they just take
Supra.
your money and
240SX Nissan. Another Nissan C7 Corvette. Really nice looking McLaren. 2002. This is clean, isn't it? Look at this. Little 2002 BMW. Really nice colour. I first went in one of these in about probably about 1980 85, 86. Couldn't believe how it revved. Amazing. Gen 5 Camaro, Mustang, Subaru.
Well, I bet right now it's like like 7,
got a go-kart and a scooter. Interesting. BMW, another Corvette, Andy and Angie's really great looking truck. This thing's gorgeous, really nicely done. Another 69 Camaro, Mercedes, Porsche, then down to a really cool looking Pantera, wide bodied. Actually a couple of Panteras back to back here, so such great lines. Over to this side we've got a little 370Z, an E55, another Pantera here. There's that 351 that they put in the back there, and the thing that really impacted them was they couldn't get enough of those transaxle gearboxes for them and for rear drive, and so that was the thing that really affected them in the end, affected production. A couple of Mustangs, another one here, a couple of Gen 6 Camaros, Porsche, Maserati, Maserati, another Porsche, Jaguar, cool looking Impala here, very cool, 68 I think that is. I think I spoke to the owner. Boxster S, Subaru BRZ, packet of spilled Skittles. Okay, that's a news flash. We have to put that in the video. All right. I've heard of sharing the rainbow, but not with the ground. That doesn't make any sense. Another Subaru, another one. Line of Subis here, very cool. And then a Miata, an old next to a more recent. Such an iconic car, Beetle. Old Shelby GT350, that very iconic roll bar that they put in those things, and then a little RX-7. Next to this classic Rambler running a small block Chev in it. Another Mustang the colour of Roberts. He another Challenger. Great looking FJ40 here. I'm a fan. And then what's this over here? This is kind of cool. I think, let's have a look. Yeah, a Survivor car. I love it when we get these things pulling in. It's an old Chevy, but it's just obviously all original Survivor car. Running a small block. I'm guessing it's probably 350. But it's a Monte Carlo. Look at that, just really interesting to see these old cars like that. Jumping across the other side, actually we've got a Porsche at the end, another little Targa that's up there, and then Maserati, Corvette, Raptor, Colorado, the most capable 4x4 that Chevy's making at the moment. Actually, they're very, very capable off-roader. Jeep, Evo, Acura, a Civic Type R, I think this is, really capable car. Fastest front-wheel drive car around Nürburgring. Another one, another Mitsubishi M4, M5, I think that is. Another old Porsche, and Honda, and then a Focus. Another Honda. A lot of Hondas this morning too. Panamera GTS, interesting colour, sort of like this strange, sort of greyish blue. Not strange in a bad way, just interesting. Audi S2000. This little Toyota here, this little Sprinter. Mazda RX-7. AMG Mustang. A 928S Porsche.
They're so brave.
Jumping through here, got a traffic jam of dogs through here. A Focus, another Focus, and then Lexus, another Lexus through here. And another row of Lexus. Is that a Lexi? I don't know. And then a Charger. Check this thing out. This is really cool. This is a big old Chrysler, New Yorker. Look at the size of this thing. That is insane. Isn't that great? What a massive car.
It is such.
Look at the way. Now this is cool. Got to show you this. Look at the way the seats swivel, so you can get in and out of the car. I mean, isn't that perfect after you've just had too much to eat and you've got to stumble your way back inside, getting out of there. And it's got the luggage in the trunk. That is really cool. And a trailer hitch. This thing is super cool. Really, really cool. Wow. You could look at this. I mean, the details in this thing are incredible. So, if you look at the dash, one of the things you'll notice, there is no shifter lever. It's not on the floor or on the column. These have a push button shifter, which a lot of the Mopar vehicles at the time had, which was kind of cool. You just push the button on the dash. But look at how futuristic that dash is, that curved dash, with the way that the fuel and the temp and the oil are all sort of wrapped in. I'm going to come around the other side and show you this, because this is really interesting the way that's been done. So we just sneak around the other side. Got the jack instructions in the trunk and everything. But look at the way they're all sort of staggered off the dash. Look at that. They're all sort of, it's like a three-dimensional dash. Same with all the rear windows and the map lights. There's what I'm talking about, that push button transmission. See that? Reverse, neutral, drive, second and first. Mirror control on the dash, back when this was done. The old push button radio. There's your heated controls. That's just crazy. I love the fact that the mirror is actually on the dash. It's not up on the mounted on the roof. This is such a great looking car. Really interesting. So it's a 1961 Chrysler New Yorker. 50,000 original miles. Original paint, chrome and interior. 413 cubic inch, 340 horsepower. That's very cool. The options it says here included air conditioning, power windows, power swivel seats. They're actually powered. That's cool. Golden Touch tuner radio, rear seat speaker. That's wow. So many cool things about this car. Real privilege to see it. To the owner, if you're watching the video, thank you for bringing that out. It's a real privilege to be able to see it. Great looking old Willys. Bruce is great looking 38 Chevy truck running that small block next to a Jaguar. And we're going to jump around the other side and let's go up this way. Classic Dart next to a late 60s Stingray and a RS4 Audi and an R35 BMW, little Nissan, I think, yeah. Chevy 3100, Thunderbird, Gen 5 Camaro, a Thing, Volkswagen Thing, next to a Jeep, classic Jeep, and then a Ford truck, Mazda Speed 3. None of the rest of the world is MPS 3, Mustang, and then over this side, a couple of cool looking Chevys. There's that one that we drove past before, sounding really tough. Mustang, Nissan, little Porsche, another little Scion FRS, a couple of Mitsubishis, 3000 GTs I think they are. And then some classic old Mercedes. Look at this one. We've got sedan next to like a stretch. This is like the long wheelbase. This is what you'd expect to see some dignitaries riding around in. And then a Mercedes. Okay, let's do some motorcycles. Great looking old Triumph just leaving us there. And then up here, this really beautiful, this is a Augusta. And then a Yamaha, and a Honda, and a Kawasaki, and then a Aprilia, another Harley, Suzuki, Honda, Ducati, that's really nice, I like the colour. Another Honda, another Honda, very cool. Really nice looking Ducati Scrambler there. Triumph, that's really cool. Fan of the Triumphs, that's nice. Yamaha, also really nice. It's old Harley Davidson there. Triumph Thruxton. What I love about these newer Thruxtons is they've tried to make them look like the old original Thruxtons, to the point that their throttle body and injection system they've created looks like the original carb that they used to use, that barrel style carb that used to have the cable coming out of the top of it. And even the air cleaner looks the same as the way they used to. So they've tried to make this look as original in its design, very retro, which, you know, I mentioned before, I love the retro look of some of the old Porsches, the new ones coming back. I love that they've done that with making them retro. Honda, a Yamaha, and then another Honda up here. So that's it for another week of South OC Cars and Coffee. Great turnout. You've got to go and check out Car of the Week. I was going to give it to Tom for his Lancia, and he turned around to me and he said, you know what, I've just spotted this incredible Chrysler. You would have seen that in the video earlier. He said, make sure you give it to that. He said, I can come in any time, but he said, this Chrysler is really special. So that's our Car of the Week. Big thank you, of course, to Ruby's for bringing out the coffee and the donuts, of course, to the outlets of San Clemente for allowing us to be here. Don't forget to support there. They've got a shopping day today. Big specials going on. Make sure to support the outlets for supporting us. Don't forget, next weekend, the 13th, we are doing the cruise to the Hillbank open house. So we'll be leaving here at 11 a.m. sharp. So make sure to join us for that. Have a great week. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee.